Hey everyone. So I want to tell you about my first stop in Colombia, which was Bogota. Now, I will tell you that when my cousin picked Bogota for the first destination, I was not excited at all. I wanted to go to Medellin, I wanted to go to Cartagena. I did not want any parts of Bogota at all, okay? When I got to Bogota, I was the first one to get to Bogota. And while I was in Bogota, I had purchased this Airbnb, not an Airbnb, but this hotel stay on Expedia. It ended up being some rinky-dink place that I could not stay at because they would not accept the booking that I did online. They said it was too cheap online and that they would need me to pay up front, but they still got that money online, so that wasn't making sense to me. And Expedia wasn't trying to refund my money either, which made no sense. So I'm not about to pay twice to be in some place that is false advertised in the first place. So I actually left, and then I had to find another spot. So I waved down a taxi, and a taxi took me to one of the best hotels that they could find. And it was really nice. It was a really nice hotel. Because I know a little bit of Spanish, I was actually able to speak to a kid in Spanish who understood everything that I was saying. The adults, although I could speak Spanish to them, they were not listening to me. I really hated these adults, okay? I hated the taxi driver at first, and I hated the hotel owner at first because they would not listen to the Spanish that I knew that I was speaking. Okay, I was studying Spanish for about 2 months before this trip, every single day. So I know I understand some Español. Me hablo español un poquito para es muy bueno in Colombia. Okay, so when I was speaking to this child, the child is like, hey, listen to him. He's actually speaking Spanish. I might not be speaking it as fluently, as fast. I might stumble on a few words, and I might need to use my phone to articulate some points, but I know that I'm speaking Spanish. So they're telling me that they will not accept credit card, that I have to pay them through an online portal, which I did. Cool. I paid them through the online portal. They say, okay, you're good. You just have to leave by noon tomorrow. I'm like, okay, cool. My brother finally gets to Columbia at around 10. My taxi driver who dropped me off at the hotel is waiting for me at 9 a.m. I had just took that taxi driver to the mall so that I can get some extra cash, and I was hungry, so I got some food. I also offered the taxi driver a meal, and both of our meals at the mall only cost me about $7.50. The one thing I love about different cultures is that you can see how much of a heart that they have for their own family as well. Because when I offered him a meal, he ate like 2 pieces of chicken, one scoop of rice. I don't even think he ate 2 scoops of the rice. He packed it up, got him a drink, asked me if he can get a drink, and then got a drink. And then he said he's going to give this food to his wife. Right? Like, you don't eat out a lot. You have this American guy who's taking you to get food. You don't even ask for 2 plates of food. You just take the one that I've offered to you, and you eat 2 bites, and you say, hey, I'm giving this to my wife. That's lovely. That's beautiful to me. I mean, that's literally the man giving you everything off his back, working late nights and hours and saying, you know what? I do this for my family. That's a beautiful and amazing thing. So when it was time for him to go, when it was time for him to leave and drop me off at the hotel, gave him about a 20. Now in Colombia, if I remember correctly, I think most taxi drivers make maybe 40 in an entire month. 40 Colombian pesos in an entire month, which is like, it's about a third of American dollars. So what is 40 divided by 3? Let me do some quick math here on the calculator. What's 40 divided by 3? That's like $13. Let's just say $13.50. So that's what some people are making in an entire month, $13.50. To me, that's not a lot of money. So I just gave this man probably what, like half of what he makes in an entire month. Now, granted, if you get a couple of Americans here or there, you're definitely going to make more money. But again, not everybody is making $40 a month in Colombia. And so they have to huddle up in rooms. They have to buy certain places. I think his rent might have been like 20 or 30 Colombian pesos for the month. So I mean that's telling of how people truly live. So if he can get a 20 for an hour of work, free food, and he also got paid to drop me off at the hotel, which was another 10, right? He's damn near gotten a whole month's salary already just off the food and the 30 Colombian pesos. So of course he wanted to drop us off in the morning. I gave him a 5 just to drop us off at the mall. But I didn't really want somebody following us around everywhere we went. And then finally, we were able to get our Airbnb. So when my cousin arrived, we ditched the taxi driver because it was way more expensive than Uber, and it was way more expensive than the driver app that they have in Colombia. So I realized that there's an app in Colombia that is kind of like Uber, but for the locals. And we started using that, and it was even cheaper than Uber. And when I tell you Uber was like $2.50, Uber was sometimes 25 cents, depending on where you were. If you use the other app, it's cheaper than 25 cents. So it's like, it was unbelievable. And I didn't find that app until I was in Medellin. So we was already done with Bogota. We were already done with Cali before I found that app in Medellin. I only used the app in Medellin, I think, and I didn't really use it too much in Cartagena. So there was only a few times I used the app in Cartagena, but when I ran out of physical cash, I would use Uber to get wherever I wanted to go. So that's kind of just telling you how things were, right? If I give somebody 5 Colombian pesos, divide that by 3, that's like I don't know, $1.75. That's still more than 25 cents. Now, I'm not arguing about 25 cents or $1.75 while on vacation, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how exorbitant 20 Colombian pesos is when compared to 25 cents. That's like $7, right? So imagine someone who's used to getting 25 cents getting $7. That is crazy, right? That is crazy, unbelievable amounts of money in just an hour or a short period of time. That's like meeting a multi-millionaire, and that's probably what they think of us as, because we can just say, here's seven bucks. Thank you for driving me. Here, come pick me up. Here's another $2.50. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Here's another $5. Like, this is crazy to them, and I definitely appreciate that eye-opening experience. But again, that was also something that I expected. So I loved having a personal taxi driver. I just hated that it was like, I mean, I understand that they're looking to get paid and all that, but I just felt like I always had somebody watching me, always around, which is cool. If I'm by myself, I would definitely do that. But when you have your family members with you, you already feel protected enough that you don't need that personal chauffeur or taxi driver following you around. And when I say protected, he wasn't like a big, strong guy, but he spoke the local language. So I knew that language is powerful, and having someone who speaks the language can definitely keep you safe at times. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I just helped you understand how to navigate Colombia a little better so that you can download a few apps and understand how things work. A lot of people were saying that Uber was illegal in Colombia, but it's not true. You can use it. So that's another nugget for you there. If you like this video, again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.